Hi guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about some unsafe hamster products that you should never use for your hamster, and hopefully you'll see why in this video. So let's get right into it. Number 1. Small cages. You can find these anywhere. If you go into a pet store, the employees are going to be like, this is the cages you should give your hamsters. You should buy one of these. These are typically expensive, little, and unsuitable cages that are usually like in a starter kit, but usually it's not good. Like it comes with a small wheel, a small base, and not what your hamster needs. Reasons why I think these are unsuitable: they don't provide enough room for proper enrichment. Hamsters also show stress behaviors in small cages, such as excessive chewing on bars, monkey barring, which is when they climb across the cage, like on top of the bars, cage pacing, and boredom, which is when your hamster doesn't want to do anything because they're just so bored. And the third reason is there's not enough room to exercise and or burrow and display natural behaviors. Hamsters in the wild would make tunnels underground and they would burrow through them. They'd have multiple chambers. So that's why it's really important to have a large enough cage that you can put at least 6 inches of bedding. It's preferred to put 10 in though, because 6 inches isn't really even enough to burrow in. So 10 inches is always preferred, and it's always recommended that you aim for that. Even though hamsters are small, that's no excuse to not provide them with a good environment and a good habitat, just like you would a dog or a cat or rabbit or any other animal. Instead of small cages, use large proper cages, such as the Night Angel cages or a Paw Hut cage. Paw Hut has a few good hamster cages. Not all of them are good, but this one, the extra large Paw Hut, is if you remove the levels. And Night Angel has a lot of different good options. Or you could DIY a cage with IKEA materials, like the IKEA Linman or the IKEA Detoth. The absolute bare minimum for a hamster is 450 square inches, but I do think it's recommended that you aim for 725 square inches, because that's the German bare minimum. And that's why hamsters should not have small cages. Number 2. Hamsters are very fragile creatures. They also are very, very fast, which is why harnesses and leashes and collars do not work for them. Hamsters, like rabbits, have even more fragile spines, and they're also just so little. Why are you going to try to walk it? It just doesn't make sense. Don't get your hamster a harness. Don't get it a leash. It's not smart. It's foolish. Stick to a playpen if you want to take your hamster out to play, or a dry bathtub. Number 3. As I mentioned before, hamsters are burrowing creatures, so they need bedding. Some people will buy cotton nesting for hamsters because they think it will be good to add on to their little burrows, but this is so dangerous. There have been so many instances where hamsters will get their limbs caught in it, and they will chew off their own limbs to free themselves from this nesting, and it hurts them so bad and they lose limbs, and it's awful. There have also been times where hamsters will ingest this, and because it's cotton, they can't digest it, so it causes blockages, and it's just really unhealthy for them. If you are using wool or cotton nesting, please go remove it from your cage immediately. Just because nothing has happened yet doesn't mean it won't happen. There have been some people who use it and they're like, nothing's ever happened, but that doesn't mean it won't happen in the future, and you just don't want to take that risk. So go take it out immediately, I beg of you. That was all for today's video. I hope you guys learned something new, and now you know what not to use for your hamster. I'm sure there are plenty more things, but that's all I could think of. If you are not subscribed to my channel already, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!